Imagine standing on the edge of an ancient, crumbling temple, the air thick with mystery. This temple, forgotten by most, holds secrets buried deep in time. Among these secrets are gods whose names have faded from our memories, their stories almost lost to the sands of history. These gods were once powerful, worshipped by people who lived thousands of years ago. Now, they wait silently in the shadows, their tales yearning to be told. These gods are lesser known for many reasons. Often, history is written by the victors, and the gods of conquered peoples were pushed aside. New religions rose to power, and the gods of the past were left behind, their temples crumbling, their stories untold. Some gods were simply overshadowed by more popular figures. In Egypt, for example, everyone knows Ra, the sun god, but fewer have heard of Bes, the protector of households, who was just as important to everyday life. Similarly, in Norse mythology, Odin and Thor are household names, while Aegir, the sea god, remains in the shadows. The importance of rediscovering these ancient figures cannot be overstated. Each god, no matter how obscure, holds a piece of our shared human history. They reflect the hopes, fears, and dreams of the people who once worshipped them. By bringing these gods back into the light, we gain a deeper understanding of the cultures that created them. We see the world through ancient eyes and feel the heartbeat of civilizations long gone. Imagine a young child in ancient Sumeria, kneeling in prayers to Unearth, a god who protected against demons and brought healing rains. This child's family depended on Unearth for survival, yet today, Unearth's name is barely whispered. By learning about Unearth, we honor the child's faith and the countless prayers whispered in the night, prayers that carried hope and fear in equal measure. Or think of the ancient Hittites, who revered Telepinu, the god of fertility and agriculture. Telepinu's anger could bring famine, but his favor meant bountiful harvests. Entire communities lived and died by his moods. These stories, though nearly forgotten, show us how deeply connected ancient peoples were to the natural world and its cycles. They remind us of the fragility of life and the gratitude that comes with each harvest. In the Celtic lands, there was Brigid, a goddess of many aspects, poetry, healing, and smithcraft. Her flame was kept alive by priestesses, a symbol of hope and inspiration. Yet today, her name is not as well known as other deities. Rediscovering Brigid means reconnecting with a spirit of creativity and resilience, a reminder that inspiration can light up the darkest times. These gods also offer us a richer understanding of mythology itself. They fill in the gaps left by more famous deities, providing a fuller picture of ancient belief systems. They show us that mythology is not just a collection of stories, but a complex web of beliefs and traditions, each thread representing a different aspect of life and the universe. Take, for instance, Sedna, the Inuit goddess of the sea and marine animals. Her story is one of pain and transformation, of a young woman betrayed and cast into the ocean, where she becomes the mother of all sea creatures. Sedna's tale is a powerful reminder of resilience and the ability to find strength in the face of suffering. It speaks to the Inuit people's deep connection to the sea and their respect for the creatures that live within it. In Africa, Mamiwata, the water spirit, is both feared and revered. She represents the unpredictable nature of water, bringing both abundance and destruction. Mamiwata's duality reflects the complex relationship between humans and nature, a relationship that is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. By learning about these lesser-known gods, we also challenge our perceptions of what it means to be divine. We see that divinity is not limited to the most powerful or the most popular. It can be found in the small, everyday moments of life, and the gods who protected homes, guided harvests, and inspired creativity. These gods teach us that every aspect of life is sacred and that every story, no matter how small, has value. In the fast-paced world we live in, it is easy to forget the past. But these forgotten gods remind us to slow down, to listen to the whispers of history. They call us to remember the people who came before us, whose lives were shaped by the gods they worshipped. They invite us to see the world with new eyes, to find wonder in the forgotten corners of history. Each god, no matter how obscure, is a testament to the human spirit. They show us that even in the face of change and loss, people have always sought meaning and connection. They remind us that our stories, our beliefs, and our gods are what make us human. As we rediscover these ancient figures, we not only honor the past, but also enrich our present, finding new layers of meaning in our own lives. These forgotten gods are waiting to be remembered, their stories ready to be told once more. As we bring them back into the light, we honor the rich tapestry of human history and the enduring power of faith and myth. Their tales are not just ancient history, they are a part of us, echoing through the ages, reminding us of where we come from and who we are. In the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, under the scorching sun, people once worshipped gods whose names are now almost forgotten. The Sumerians, with their rich culture and deep spirituality, believed in a pantheon filled with powerful and mysterious deities. These gods were more than just figures of myth, they were part of everyday life, shaping the destiny of their followers. Among these gods, some have slipped into obscurity, their stories buried in the sands of time. Ninurta, a mighty warrior god, was one of the most revered deities in the Sumerian pantheon. Known for his strength and bravery, he was the god of war, hunting, and agriculture. But there's more to Ninurta than just his fierce exterior. Beyond the well-known tales of his heroic battles lies a softer, more complex side that reveals the depth of his character and the profound impact he had on the lives of the Sumerian people. One aspect of Ninurta often overlooked is his role as a healer. While he is celebrated for his victories in battle, he also possessed the power to heal and protect. In ancient texts, Ninurta is depicted carrying the shovel of plenty, a symbol of his ability to bring fertility and abundance to the land. Farmers prayed to him for good harvests, knowing that his favor could mean the difference between prosperity and famine. The sight of a green, thriving field was a testament to Ninurta's blessings, a silent promise of survival and hope for the future. In the midst of their daily struggles, the Sumerians found comfort in Ninurta's protective embrace. During times of illness and hardship, they turned to him, believing in his power to drive away evil spirits and restore health. His temples were places of refuge, where the sick and suffering sought his divine intervention. The image of a warrior god transforming into a gentle healer, tending to the wounds of his people, is a powerful reminder of the multifaceted nature of divinity. Another lesser-known aspect of Ninurta is his connection to wisdom and knowledge. Beyond his martial prowess, he was also a patron of scribes and scholars. The Sumerians credited him with the invention of writing and the organization of knowledge. In their eyes, Ninurta was not just a god of physical strength, but also a guardian of intellectual and spiritual growth. His guidance was sought in matters of governance and law, as leaders looked to him for wisdom and clarity in their decisions. The story of Ninurta and the Tablet of Destinies is a tale that showcases his strategic mind and unwavering determination. According to legend, the Tablet of Destinies, a powerful artifact that granted its holder control over the universe, was stolen by the monstrous bird Enzu. With the balance of the world at stake, Ninurta was chosen to retrieve it. The battle that ensued was not just a test of strength, but also of wit and courage. Ninurta's victory over Enzu, using both his physical might and his clever tactics, cemented his reputation as a god who embodied both brawn and brains. In the quiet moments of dawn, as the first light touched the ancient ziggurats, priests and worshippers would offer their prayers to Ninurta. They sought his favor not just for protection in battle, but also for the wisdom to navigate the complexities of life. The duality of his character, fierce warrior and wise guardian, resonated deeply with the Sumerians, reflecting their own struggles and aspirations. The tales of Ninurta's lesser-known aspects also highlight the interconnectedness of the Sumerian pantheon. Gods and goddesses often had overlapping domains, working together to maintain the balance of the cosmos. Ninurta's relationships with other deities, such as Enlil, his father, and Ninhursag, his mother, emphasized the familial bonds that held the divine world together. These connections mirrored the human experience, reminding the Sumerians that they were part of a larger, interconnected universe. In the stories passed down through generations, Ninurta's legacy lived on, inspiring not just fear and awe but also love and respect. His temples, adorned with carvings of his heroic deeds, stood as monuments to his enduring influence. The priests who served him dedicated their lives to preserving his memory, ensuring that his name would not be forgotten. Yet, as time marched on, the echoes of his name grew fainter. New gods emerged, and the old ways began to fade. The temples crumbled, and the stories of Ninurta were slowly buried beneath layers of history. But even in obscurity, the spirit of Ninurta endures, waiting to be rediscovered by those who seek to understand the rich tapestry of Sumerian belief. The shadows of the Sumerian Pantheon are filled with gods like Ninurta, whose lesser-known aspects reveal the depth and complexity of ancient faith. These forgotten deities remind us that every god has a story worth telling, a story that can touch our hearts and connect us to a past that still resonates today. By shining a light on these hidden tales, we honor the legacy of the Sumerian people and the gods they held dear, ensuring that their voices are never truly lost. In the dimly lit corners of ancient Egyptian homes, there once stood small, protective statues of a god with a lion-like face and a dwarf's body. This god, known as Bes, watched over families with a fierce, protective gaze. He was not a god of grandeur like Ra or Osiris, but was cherished in the intimate, everyday moments of life. Bes, though not as widely recognized today, played an indispensable role in Egyptian culture, offering a comforting presence that touched the hearts of many. Bes was not a god of towering temples or grand processions. Instead, he found his place in the humble abodes of ordinary people. His statues, often placed near beds or doorways, were believed to ward off evil spirits and protect households from harm. With his wide, grinning face and stout, muscular body, Bes might seem strange to us, but to the ancient Egyptians, he was a symbol of protection and joy. In the soft glow of an oil lamp, a mother might have whispered prayers to Bes as she laid her child to sleep. She would ask him to guard against nightmares and illnesses, trusting that his presence would keep her family safe through the night. Bes was more than just a protector. He was a guardian of dreams, ensuring that the peaceful hours of darkness remained undisturbed by the fears of the unknown. Bes was also a god of music and dance, bringing joy and laughter to the household. He was often depicted playing instruments or dancing, his energy infectious and uplifting. In times of celebration, families would invoke Bes, hoping to fill their homes with his lively spirit. His image adorned everyday objects, from mirrors to amulets, reminding people to find joy even in the simplest moments. His protective nature extended to childbirth, a perilous event in ancient times. Bes was called upon to safeguard mothers and their newborns, believed to fend off malevolent forces that might threaten the vulnerable. Midwives and mothers held amulets of Bes, trusting in his strength to bring new life safely into the world. The image of Bes, with his fierce yet comforting presence, gave them courage and hope in those critical moments. But Bes was not just a god of the household, he had a broader role in Egyptian society. He was seen as a champion of the weak and the marginalized, embodying a spirit of defiance against oppression. His dwarf-like form, far from being a mark of ridicule, was a source of pride and power. Bes stood as a reminder that strength and courage come in many forms, challenging the conventional ideals of beauty and heroism. Bes's influence can be seen in the artwork and artifacts left behind by the ancient Egyptians. His image appears on pottery, furniture, and personal items, a testament to his widespread presence in daily life. These objects, though small and seemingly insignificant, carry the weight of countless prayers and hopes, echoing the deep connection people felt with this guardian god. The story of Bes is also a story of resilience. Despite being a minor god, he survived through centuries of change and turmoil. His enduring popularity among the people speaks volumes about his significance. While the grand temples of major gods rose and fell, Bes remained a steadfast protector, his spirit living on in the hearts of those who cherished him. Bes's role in Egyptian culture also highlights the importance of domestic deities and ancient belief systems. These gods, though often overshadowed by their more famous counterparts, played crucial roles in the everyday lives of people. They were the unseen guardians, the silent protectors who watched over families and homes, ensuring their safety and happiness. The legacy of Bes teaches us about the value of the small, the overlooked, and the humble. It reminds us that true strength often lies not in grandeur but in the quiet, steadfast acts of protection and care. Bes, with his fierce face and joyful spirit, embodies a timeless truth that even the most modest among us can be heroes, capable of bringing light and comfort to those around them. Bes's story, though ancient, resonates deeply with us today. In a world where the grand and the powerful often dominate our attention, the tale of Bes encourages us to look closer at the everyday heroes in our own lives. It calls us to honor the protectors, the caretakers, and the bringers of joy, whose quiet strength and unwavering presence make our world a safer, happier place. As we remember Bes and the other forgotten gods of ancient Egypt, we reconnect with a rich tapestry of beliefs and traditions that shaped the lives of countless individuals. These gods, though lost to time, still hold the power to touch our hearts and inspire us with their enduring legacy. Bes, the humble protector, stands as a testament to the enduring human spirit and the timeless need for love, joy, and safety in our lives. In the heart of ancient Babylon, where the mighty Euphrates River flowed and ziggurats pierced the sky, there existed a pantheon of gods who shaped the destiny of its people. While grand gods like Marduk and Ishtar captured the imagination of many, there were others, quieter and less celebrated, who played vital roles in the fabric of Babylonian life. One such god was Nabu, the god of wisdom and writing, a deity whose influence ran deep, touching the souls of scribes and scholars, and guiding the pens that recorded the annals of history. Nabu's presence was felt most profoundly in the hushed chambers of Babylon's libraries and the serene corners of scribal schools. Here, amidst the scent of clay tablets and the sound of reed pens scratching across wet surfaces, Nabu was revered as the keeper of knowledge. His wisdom was not the boisterous kind that clamored for attention, but a silent force, nurturing the minds that sought understanding and truth. Picture a young scribe, hunched over his tablet, the flickering light of an oil lamp casting long shadows on the walls. Each character he inscribed was a prayer to Nabu, a plea for clarity and inspiration. The scribe's heart beat with a mixture of reverence and hope, knowing that Nabu's guidance could transform simple marks into powerful words that held the weight of law, history, and poetry. In those quiet moments, Nabu was a constant companion, a god who whispered the secrets of the universe into the ears of those willing to listen. Nabu was more than just a god of writing, he was the embodiment of wisdom and learning. In a world where knowledge was power, Nabu's favor was sought by kings and commoners alike. His temple in Borsippa, known as Ezida, was a sanctuary for those dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. Pilgrims traveled from far and wide to offer their prayers and seek his blessings, hoping that their minds might be opened to the mysteries of life. But Nabu's influence extended beyond the confines of temples and schools. He was seen as a mediator between the divine and mortal worlds, a bridge that connected humanity with the gods. His role as a scribe to the gods placed him in a unique position of trust and reverence. Nabu's records were believed to be infallible, a divine account of the cosmos that transcended time and space. One of the most touching aspects of Nabu's character was his relationship with his father, Marduk. In Babylonian mythology, Nabu was the son of the great god Marduk, and their bond was a testament to the power of knowledge and wisdom. Marduk, the king of the gods, entrusted Nabu with the sacred duty of recording the destinies of all beings. This trust was not given lightly, it reflected a profound respect for Nabu's intellect and integrity. The annual New Year festival, known as Akitu, was a time when Nabu's significance came to the forefront. During this festival, the statue of Nabu was paraded from Borsippa to Babylon, symbolizing the renewal of life and the reaffirmation of Marduk's rule. The sight of Nabu's statue, adorned with symbols of wisdom and knowledge, inspired awe and reverence among the people. They understood that without Nabu's wisdom, the order of the universe could not be maintained. In the grand halls of Babylon, where decisions of state were made and treaties were forged, Nabu's spirit was ever present. Leaders and lawmakers turned to him for guidance, believing that his wisdom could lead them to just and fair decisions. His influence was like an invisible hand, guiding the course of Babylonian society with a gentle but firm touch. The trust placed in Nabu was a reflection of the deep respect for knowledge and the written word, values that were central to Babylonian culture. Nabu's impact was not limited to the elite. In the hearts of everyday people, he was a beacon of hope and understanding. Farmers, merchants, and artisans all looked to Nabu in their own ways, believing that his wisdom could help them navigate the challenges of life. Whether it was through a well-written contract, a well-kept record of trade, or a beautifully inscribed prayer, Nabu's influence touched all aspects of daily life. Even today, the legacy of Nabu endures. His name may not be as widely known as those of other gods, but his spirit lives on in every act of learning, every moment of insight, and every written word. The ancient Babylonians understood that wisdom was a gift, a sacred trust that connected them to the divine. Through Nabu, they found a way to honor that gift, ensuring that knowledge would be passed down through the ages, a light guiding future generations. In the story of Nabu, we find a reminder of the timeless value of wisdom and the enduring power of the written word. His quiet strength and unwavering dedication to truth continue to inspire us, urging us to seek knowledge with humility and reverence. Nabu, the god of wisdom and writing, stands as a testament to the profound impact that one figure can have on the hearts and minds of a people, leaving an indelible mark on the tapestry of history. In the rugged hills of ancient Anatolia, where the Hittite Empire once flourished, there were gods who silently shaped the lives of their people. These gods, often overlooked in the grand tales of other ancient cultures, held immense power over the natural world and human destiny. Among them was Telepinu, the god of fertility and agriculture, whose story is a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between nature and survival. Telepinu was more than just a deity, he was the lifeblood of the Hittite people. His moods could bring abundance or despair, making him both revered and feared. The Hittites, dependent on the land for their sustenance, understood that their fate was intricately tied to Telepinu's disposition. When Telepinu was content, fields flourished, animals thrived, and the people rejoiced in the bounty of the harvest. But when angered or saddened, Telepinu's withdrawal could bring devastating droughts and famine, plunging the land into desolation. One of the most captivating tales of Telepinu is his mysterious disappearance, an event that cast a shadow over the entire Hittite kingdom. According to legend, Telepinu, in a fit of anger, vanished from the world, taking with him all fertility and life. His absence was immediately felt, crops withered, rivers dried up, and a pervasive stillness settled over the land. The people, desperate and afraid, searched tirelessly for their lost god, knowing that without him, their very survival was at stake. In the silence of a sun-scorched field, a farmer knelt on the parched ground, his hands clutched in prayer. His eyes, filled with a mix of hope and despair, were lifted to the heavens, seeking Telepinu's return. This farmer, like many others, knew that their pleas alone might not be enough. The gods, moved by the cries of the suffering, sent out divine beings to search for Telepinu, each bringing with them offerings and words of comfort, hoping to soothe his anger and bring him back to the world. The search for Telepinu is a tale of persistence and devotion. His sister, the goddess Inara, along with other deities, ventured into the farthest reaches of the earth, the heavens, and the underworld. They left no stone unturned, their journey a testament to the interconnectedness of the divine and mortal realms. The natural world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the moment when life would be restored. Finally, it was the intervention of a humble bee that led to Telepinu's discovery. The bee, small and insignificant compared to the grandeur of the gods, found Telepinu hidden away, asleep in a cave. With gentle persistence, the bee stung him, waking him from his slumber. The pain and the subsequent balm of healing honey soothed Telepinu's anger, reminding him of the beauty and sweetness of life. His return brought an immediate transformation, rains fell, rivers flowed, and the earth once again became fertile. The story of Telepinu and the bee is a powerful metaphor for the Hittite belief in the harmony between all elements of nature. It teaches that even the smallest creatures play a vital role in the cosmic order. The bee, often overlooked and underestimated, became the hero of the tale, embodying the values of humility, resilience, and the unexpected power of small acts. Telepinu's restored presence was celebrated with heartfelt gratitude. Festivals and rituals were held in his honor, thanking him for his return and the life-giving gifts he bestowed. These celebrations were not just about appeasing a god, but about reaffirming the bond between the people and the land. The Hittites understood that their well-being was deeply connected to the cycles of nature, and they honored Telepinu as the guardian of that delicate balance. In the quiet moments of planting seeds or harvesting crops, Hittite farmers felt Telepinu's presence. They whispered prayers of thanks and sought his blessings, knowing that each grain of wheat and drop of rain was a testament to his favor. The rituals performed in his name were acts of devotion and hope, expressions of a deep-seated belief in the divine forces that governed their world. Telepinu's tale is also a reflection of the human condition, a story of loss and redemption, anger and forgiveness. It resonates with the universal experience of grappling with forces beyond our control and finding solace in the return of hope. The Hittites, through their myths and rituals, expressed a profound understanding of the ebb and flow of life, and their worship of Telepinu was a way to navigate those currents with grace and gratitude. Even today, the lessons of Telepinu's story hold relevance. In a world where the environment faces unprecedented challenges, the Hittite reverence for the god of fertility and agriculture reminds us of the importance of nurturing and respecting the natural world. Telepinu's anger and eventual reconciliation with the earth serve as a powerful reminder that our survival depends on maintaining harmony with the environment. The overlooked gods of the Hittite Empire, like Telepinu, may not be as well known as the deities of other ancient civilizations, but their stories are rich with meaning and emotion. They offer us glimpses into the hearts of the people who worship them, revealing a deep connection to the land and a profound respect for the forces that sustain them. Through these tales, we come to understand that the divine is not always grand and distant, but can be found in the everyday moments of life, in the simple acts of planting a seed, tending to the earth, and giving thanks for the gifts of nature. In the ancient hills of Mycenaean Greece, where tales of gods and heroes intertwined with the lives of the people, there existed deities whose stories have faded into the shadows of history. Among these mysterious figures was Pantheon, the mistress of animals, a goddess whose essence was as wild and untamed as the creatures she commanded. Her presence, though less celebrated than that of Zeus or Hera, was deeply revered by those who understood the profound connection between humanity and the natural world. Pantheon, often depicted surrounded by lions, deer, and birds, was more than a goddess of the hunt. She embodied the spirit of the wilderness, the untamed force of nature that existed beyond the boundaries of human civilization. To the Mycenaeans, she was a guardian of the wild, a protector of the balance between man and beast. Her influence was felt in the rustling of leaves, the distant howl of wolves, and the silent, watchful eyes of predators. In the quiet moments before dawn, a hunter might have knelt in the soft earth, offering prayers to Pantheon. He would seek her favor, not just for a successful hunt, but for guidance and respect for the creatures he pursued. The hunt was a sacred act, a dance between life and death, and the hunter knew that without the blessing of Pantheon, his efforts would be in vain. Her presence was a reminder of the sacredness of life, the need to honor and respect the creatures of the wild. Pantheon's influence extended beyond the hunt. She was a symbol of fertility and life, her dominion over animals reflecting a deeper connection to the cycles of nature. In her, the Mycenaeans saw the embodiment of the earth's fecundity, the source of sustenance and survival. Farmers, too, offered their prayers to her, seeking her blessings for their livestock and crops. They understood that the health of their animals was intertwined with the favor of the mistress of animals. One of the most touching aspects of Pantheon's mythology is the way she bridged the gap between the human and animal worlds. Her depictions often show her holding animals with a gentle, nurturing hand, a stark contrast to the fierce independence of the wild. This duality, her power and her tenderness, captured the hearts of the Mycenaeans, who saw in her a reflection of their own relationship with nature. They revered her not out of fear, but out of a profound respect for her ability to bring harmony and balance to the world. In the heart of the Mycenaean palaces, where frescoes adorned the walls and artifacts filled the rooms, the image of Pantheon was a powerful symbol. Her presence in these artworks spoke to the central role she played in the spiritual lives of the people. The palaces, centers of political and religious power, were also places where the sacredness of nature was acknowledged and celebrated. Pantheon, with her serene yet commanding presence, reminded the Mycenaeans of the delicate balance between their civilization and the wild. The rituals dedicated to Pantheon were acts of devotion and thanksgiving. Festivals celebrating her were filled with offerings of fruits, grains, and small animals, symbols of the bounty she bestowed upon the land. These ceremonies were not merely religious obligations, but expressions of gratitude and reverence. The Mycenaeans understood that their prosperity was deeply connected to the natural world, and through Pantheon, they honored that connection. Pantheon's story is also a reminder of the intrinsic value of the natural world, a value that transcends utility and survival. Her worship was an acknowledgement of the beauty and majesty of the wild, a recognition that the natural world possessed a sacredness that demanded respect. In her, the Mycenaeans found a way to express their awe and wonder at the world around them, celebrating the mystery and magnificence of life in all its forms. Even today, the legacy of Pantheon resonates with us. In a world where the natural environment faces unprecedented challenges, her story serves as a powerful reminder of the need to honor and protect the delicate balance of nature. The reverence the Mycenaeans held for her reflects a deep-seated understanding that humanity is but a part of the larger tapestry of life, a tapestry that must be cherished and preserved. Pantheon's tale, though ancient, is a call to reconnect with the natural world, to recognize the sacredness of all living beings, and to approach the wild with a sense of reverence and respect. Her image, holding the creatures of the forest with a gentle hand, is a timeless symbol of the harmony that can exist between humanity and nature. Through her, we are reminded of the enduring power of the wild and the profound beauty of the natural world. In the ancient palaces of Minoan Crete, where the scent of the sea mingled with the aroma of blooming flowers, there existed a pantheon of gods and goddesses whose presence shaped the lives of the people. Among these deities was a figure both mysterious and captivating, the snake goddess. Her image, with arms raised and serpents entwined around her, was more than a mere statue. It was a symbol of power, life, and the profound connection between the divine and the natural world. The snake goddess stood as a guardian of fertility and the protector of the household. Her eyes, wide and all-seeing, conveyed a sense of both calm and intensity. To the Minoans, she was a source of life and renewal. The serpents she held were not feared but revered, representing the cycles of death and rebirth, the ever-turning wheel of life. Her presence in their homes was a reminder that life was a continuous journey, filled with transformations and new beginnings. In the dim light of a Minoan sanctuary, the flickering flames of oil lamps cast dancing shadows on the walls. A young woman, seeking solace and guidance, knelt before the altar of the snake goddess. Her heart, heavy with worries of the unknown, found comfort in the serene gaze of the goddess. She offered a small bowl of milk, a symbol of nourishment and purity, and whispered her prayers, believing that the goddess would hear her and bring protection and prosperity to her family. The image of the snake goddess was often found in the most sacred spaces of Minoan homes and palaces. These statues, crafted with exquisite detail, depicted a goddess both powerful and nurturing. She was often shown wearing a crown of snakes, a symbol of her dominion over the natural world. The serpents, winding around her arms and torso, were a testament to her ability to harness the energy of the earth and transform it into life-giving force. The Minoans understood that the snake goddess was a bridge between the human and divine realms. Her worship was not just an act of reverence, but an acknowledgement of the interconnectedness of all life. The rituals performed in her honor were filled with symbolism and meaning, each gesture a reflection of the deep respect the Minoans had for the cycles of nature. One of the most poignant aspects of the snake goddess's symbolism is her association with renewal and healing. The shedding of a snake's skin, a natural process of growth and transformation, mirrored the human experience of change and rebirth. The Minoans, in their rituals and prayers, sought the goddess's guidance to navigate the challenges of life, believing that through her, they could find the strength to overcome obstacles and emerge renewed. In the lush gardens of the Minoan palaces, where vibrant flowers and greenery thrived, the snake goddess's presence was felt in the gentle rustle of leaves and the soft hum of life. These gardens, meticulously tended, were sanctuaries of peace and reflection, places where the Minoans could connect with the divine. The goddess, with her serpents, was a constant reminder of the beauty and complexity of the natural world. The snake goddess was also a symbol of female empowerment and authority. Her image, often depicted with a commanding presence, was a celebration of the feminine force. The Minoans, unlike many other ancient civilizations, held women in high regard, and the snake goddess was a reflection of this cultural value. She represented the strength, wisdom, and nurturing power of women, a divine embodiment of the qualities that were cherished and respected in Minoan society. In the bustling markets and vibrant communities of Crete, the influence of the snake goddess was woven into the fabric of daily life. Traders and artisans, farmers and fishermen all felt her presence. They knew that their success and well-being were tied to the favor of the goddess. Offerings of fruit, grain, and crafted goods were made in her name, acts of devotion and gratitude for the blessings she bestowed upon them. The festivals dedicated to the snake goddess were moments of communal celebration and reflection. These events, filled with music, dance, and ritual, were expressions of the Minoans' joy and reverence for the goddess. The air would be filled with the sound of drums and flutes, the rhythm of life pulsing through the crowd as they honored the goddess who watched over them. Even today, the legacy of the snake goddess endures. Her image, with its timeless grace and power, continues to captivate and inspire. She reminds us of the enduring connection between humanity and the natural world, the cycles of life and renewal that shape our existence. The Minoans, through their worship of the snake goddess, expressed a profound understanding of this connection, a wisdom that resonates with us across the ages. The story of the snake goddess is a testament to the Minoans' reverence for the divine and their deep respect for the forces of nature. Her presence in their lives was a source of strength and inspiration, a reminder that the divine is always with us, guiding and nurturing us through the journey of life. Through the eyes of the snake goddess, we see a world filled with beauty, mystery, and the eternal promise of renewal. In the bustling ports and vibrant cities of ancient Phoenicia, where the scent of the sea mingled with the rich aroma of spices, there existed gods whose names have almost vanished from memory. Among these deities was Eshmun, the healer god, a figure whose gentle presence brought hope and solace to those in pain. His story, though not as widely known as those of other ancient gods, holds a timeless resonance, filled with compassion and the promise of renewal. Eshmun was not just a deity, he was a symbol of healing and mercy. To the Phoenicians, he represented the power of recovery, the ability to mend both the body and the soul. His temples, often nestled in serene groves or by tranquil waters, were places of refuge for the sick and the weary. People from all walks of life, from merchants to sailors, would come to seek his blessing, bringing offerings of incense, flowers, and simple prayers. In the heart of one such temple, a mother knelt beside her ailing child, her eyes filled with tears and hope. The soft glow of oil lamps illuminated the serene face of Eshmun's statue, his eyes closed in a perpetual state of peace. The mother whispered her prayers, her voice trembling with emotion, as she laid her hands on the cool stone altar. She believed that Eshmun could feel her pain, that his divine touch could bring healing to her child. The air was thick with the scent of myrrh and the quiet murmur of prayers, a sacred symphony of hope and faith. Eshmun's story is intertwined with themes of love and sacrifice. One legend tells of how Eshmun, a mortal prince, fell deeply in love with the goddess Astarte. In his longing to be with her, he made a great sacrifice, ascending to the heavens to join her as a divine being. This act of love transformed him into a god, forever binding his fate to the people he would come to heal. His transformation from mortal to god is a poignant reminder of the power of love and the transcendent nature of sacrifice. The image of Eshmun, often depicted holding a serpent or a branch, was rich with symbolism. The serpent, shedding its skin, represented renewal and the cyclical nature of life. It was a powerful symbol of healing, embodying the idea that suffering and recovery are intertwined. The branch, a symbol of growth and vitality, reflected Eshmun's ability to restore life and health. These symbols, simple yet profound, captured the essence of Eshmun's divine mission. In the bustling streets of Phoenician cities, where the hum of daily life never ceased, the influence of Eshmun was ever present. Market vendors, craftsmen, and sailors all invoked his name, seeking his protection and blessing. They understood that health was the foundation of their prosperity, that without it, their vibrant society would falter. Eshmen's temples, scattered across the cities, stood as beacons of hope, places where the divine touch of the healer god could be felt. The rituals dedicated to Eshmen were acts of profound devotion and gratitude. People would bathe in sacred springs, believing that the waters, blessed by Eshmen, could wash away their ailments. They would light candles and incense, their prayers rising with the smoke to the heavens. These acts of worship were not just about seeking physical healing, but also about finding inner peace and strength. The belief in Eshmen's power was a source of comfort, a way for the Phoenicians to connect with the divine in their moments of need. Eshmen's legacy as a healer was not confined to temples and rituals. His influence extended into the practices of Phoenician medicine. Healers and physicians, inspired by the god's example, sought to bring relief to the suffering. They used herbs, ointments, and balms, believing that these natural remedies carried the essence of Eshmen's healing power. The wisdom of these ancient healers, passed down through generations, was a testament to the enduring impact of Eshmen's divine touch. In times of plague and illness, when fear gripped the hearts of the people, Eshmen's presence was a source of solace. His temples became sanctuaries, places where the sick could find care and comfort. The priests and priestesses, dedicated to Eshmen, offered their prayers and administered healing rituals, embodying the god's compassionate spirit. These moments of crisis revealed the depth of Eshmen's importance, his role as a beacon of hope in the darkest times. Even today, the story of Eshmen continues to inspire. His image, though ancient, carries a timeless message of healing and compassion. In a world where suffering and illness remain constant challenges, Eshmen's legacy reminds us of the power of love, sacrifice, and the enduring hope for recovery. His story is a testament to the human spirit's resilience, the belief that even in the face of pain, there is always a path to healing. The forgotten gods of the Phoenician world, like Eshmen, offer us glimpses into the hearts and minds of the people who worship them. They remind us that the divine is not always found in grand gestures, but in the quiet moments of compassion and care. Through Eshmen, we see the enduring power of healing, the deep connection between humanity and the divine, and the timeless hope that, no matter the pain, there is always a promise of renewal. In the misty hills and ancient forests of Celtic lands, where the whispers of the wind carried the stories of old, there were gods and goddesses whose names were woven into the fabric of everyday life. Among these deities was Brigid, a goddess of many faces, revered for her wisdom, strength, and nurturing spirit. Her story, filled with mystery and beauty, captures the heart with its timeless resonance. Brigid was not just a single figure, but a multifaceted goddess, embodying the essence of fire, healing, and poetry. To the Celts, she was a beacon of light in the darkness, a source of inspiration and hope. Her presence was felt in the warmth of the hearth, the healing touch of a hand, and the rhythmic flow of words in a poem. She was a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a goddess whose influence touched every aspect of life. In the early morning light, a young girl might have knelt by a sacred well, her breath visible in the cool air. She would have whispered her prayers to Brigid, seeking her blessing for the day ahead. The well, believed to be imbued with Brigid's healing power, was a place of solace and reflection. The girl's heart would have swelled with hope, knowing that the goddess's watchful eyes were upon her. These wells, scattered across the Celtic lands, were not just sources of water but symbols of Brigid's enduring presence. Brigid's association with fire was both literal and symbolic. The hearth, the heart of the home, was her domain. In every flickering flame, the Celts saw Brigid's spirit, her warmth bringing comfort and safety. The fire was a place of gathering, where stories were shared and songs were sung, and Brigid was always a part of these moments. Her festival, Imbolc, celebrated in early February, marked the return of light and the promise of spring. Candles were lit in her honor, their flames dancing in the night, a reminder of Brigid's guiding light. Brigid's role as a healer was equally profound. She was called upon in times of sickness and injury, her touch believed to bring relief and recovery. The sick would lay offerings at her shrines, tokens of their faith and hope. In the quiet of the night, a mother might have cradled her feverish child, whispering prayers to Brigid, believing in the goddess's power to heal. This belief in Bridget's healing abilities extended to the animals as well, for she was a protector of livestock, ensuring their health and vitality. But Bridget was more than a healer and a bringer of light. She was also a patron of the arts, particularly poetry. The Celts, with their deep love of words and music, looked to Bridget for inspiration. Bards and poets would invoke her name, seeking her muse to craft verses that sang of heroism, love, and the mysteries of life. In the rhythm of a poem, the lilt of a song, Bridget's voice could be heard, a melodic echo of the divine. Her influence on the arts was a testament to the Celts' understanding of the sacredness of creativity, the belief that through art, one could touch the divine. Bridget's story is also one of transformation and resilience. She was often depicted as a goddess of the forge, where metal was shaped by fire. This aspect of Bridget symbolized the power of change, the ability to transform and create. The forge was a place of both destruction and creation, a metaphor for life's trials and triumphs. In the glow of the forge, the Celts saw Bridget's strength, her ability to endure and to mold the raw elements of life into something beautiful and strong. In the green fields and rolling hills, where the Celts made their homes, Bridget's presence was a constant source of comfort and strength. Farmers would offer prayers to her for a bountiful harvest, knowing that their livelihood depended on her favor. Her connection to the earth and its cycles made her a vital part of their existence. The changing seasons, each with its own beauty and challenges, were reflections of Bridget's many aspects, her ability to nurture and sustain life in all its forms. Bridget's legacy has endured through the ages, her story passed down from generation to generation. Even as the old ways gave way to new beliefs, her essence remained, transformed but still present. In the Christian era, she became Saint Bridget, her pagan roots intertwined with the new faith. Her feast day, still celebrated on February 1st, is a continuation of the ancient festival of Imbolc, a testament to her enduring influence. The story of Bridget, with her many aspects, is a reminder of the interconnectedness of life. She embodies the light and warmth of the hearth, the healing touch of compassion, the creative spark of the arts, and the transformative power of the forge. Through her, the Celts found a way to understand and celebrate the complexities of existence, the cycles of birth, growth, death, and renewal. Bridget's tale is not just a story of a goddess, but a reflection of the human spirit, its resilience, creativity, and capacity for love. As we remember Bridget, we are reminded of the power of belief and the sacredness of the natural world. Her story, filled with light and hope, continues to inspire, a timeless echo of the divine in our everyday lives. Through Bridget, we see the beauty of life's many facets, the strength to endure, and the grace to create and heal. Her presence, though ancient, is as vital and vibrant as ever, a beacon of light in the tapestry of human history. On the rugged shores of ancient Scandinavia, where the roaring waves met the jagged cliffs, there was a god whose presence was both awe-inspiring and mysterious. Aegir, the god of the sea, was a figure shrouded in the power and unpredictability of the ocean. His domain was vast, stretching across the endless waters, where he reigned with both the gentleness of a calm sea and the ferocity of a storm. Aegir was not just a god, but an embodiment of the sea's many moods. His long, flowing beard was said to be made of sea foam, and his eyes, deep and dark, mirrored the depth of the ocean. To the Norse people, Aegir was both a protector and a force to be reckoned with. Sailors and fishermen, who depended on the sea for their livelihood, would offer sacrifices to Aegir, hoping to appease him and ensure a safe journey. In times of calm, they felt his favor, but in the midst of a storm, they understood his power. One story that captures Aegir's essence is the tale of his feasts. Aegir was known for hosting grand banquets for the gods, where the finest ale flowed endlessly, and the halls were filled with laughter and music. His home was an underwater hall, magnificent and grand, decorated with the treasures of the sea. To the gods, Aegir's feasts were moments of joy and camaraderie, a celebration of their victories and a respite from their battles. Yet, Aegir's power was not just about hospitality. His domain was the unpredictable sea, a place where calm waters could suddenly become treacherous. To the Norse sailors, Aegir was a reminder of the sea's dual nature, its ability to provide sustenance and its capacity to consume. When ships were tossed by tempests and crew members feared for their lives, it was Aegir they called upon. In those desperate moments, they would offer prayers, hoping that the god's favor would turn the tide in their favor. Aegir's relationship with the sea was reflected in his role as a bringer of storms. The same hands that could guide ships safely to port were also capable of unleashing fury upon the ocean. This duality made Aegir a complex figure in Norse mythology, a god of immense power, revered and feared in equal measure. The Norse understood that the sea's beauty was matched only by its danger, and Aegir embodied this balance. In the quiet moments before dawn, as the first light touched the waves, Aegir's presence was felt in the rhythm of the sea. Fishermen, preparing for their day, would whisper a prayer to Aegir, seeking his blessing. The sea was a source of life and sustenance, and their reliance on it made them acutely aware of its fickle nature. Aegir's influence was seen in every ripple and swell, a constant reminder of the sea's power and mystery. One of the most touching aspects of Aegir's mythology is his connection to his family. He was married to Ran, a goddess associated with the sea's more perilous aspects, and together they had 9 daughters, known as the Aegir's daughters or the waves. These daughters personified the different aspects of the ocean, from the gentle lapping of the shore to the crashing waves of a storm. The family's bond reflected the Norse understanding of the sea as a powerful, yet intimately connected force in their lives. Aegir's influence extended beyond the myths and legends. His presence was felt in the everyday lives of the Norse people, who saw the sea as both a gift and a challenge. His story was a reflection of their own experiences with the ocean, its beauty, its dangers, and its essential role in their lives. In Aegir, they saw a god who was as unpredictable as the sea itself, yet also a source of life and sustenance. The rituals and offerings made to Aegir were acts of reverence and respect. Sailors would cast offerings into the sea, hoping to appease him and gain his favor. These offerings were not just about seeking safety but also about acknowledging the sea's importance in their lives. The Norse saw Aegir as a powerful force that deserved both respect and gratitude, a reminder of the delicate balance between humans and nature. Even today, the legacy of Aegir endures. His story is a testament to the enduring relationship between humanity and the natural world. In the waves and the tides, in the calm and the storm, Aegir's presence is still felt, a reminder of the sea's eternal power and mystery. His story, filled with both awe and respect, continues to inspire, capturing the essence of the ocean and the gods who watch over it. In the heart of ancient Slavic forests and fields, where the whisper of the wind carried the secrets of old, there was a goddess whose presence was both nurturing and profound. Mokash, the goddess of fertility, was a figure wrapped in the warmth of the earth and the promise of new life. Her story, though often overshadowed by more prominent deities, is a testament to the deep reverence Slavic people had for the cycles of nature and the power of creation. Mokash was known as the Great Mother, the guardian of fertility and abundance. To the Slavs, she was the embodiment of the earth's nurturing spirit, her influence felt in every seed sown and every harvest gathered. Her presence was not just a symbol but a vital part of their lives, ensuring the growth of crops and the well-being of families. On the edge of a forest, where the first light of dawn touched the dew-kissed earth, a peasant woman might have stood, her hands deep in the soil, offering a silent prayer to Mokash. The earth was her provider, her sustenance, and she knew that Mokash's favor was essential for a bountiful harvest. As she worked, she felt a connection to the ancient goddess, her heart filled with gratitude and hope. Mokash was often depicted with symbols of fertility and growth, sheaves of grain, ears of corn, and the like. These symbols represented the goddess's role in ensuring that the land was fertile and productive. Her image was a reminder of the deep bond between humans and nature, the understanding that their survival depended on the earth's ability to provide. In every field of ripening grain, in every fruit-laden tree, Mokash's blessing was believed to be present, guiding the growth and ensuring the bounty. During the changing seasons, Mokash's influence was particularly significant. In spring, when the earth awakened from its winter slumber, people would celebrate her with festivals and rituals. They would sing songs of renewal and fertility, their voices rising in unison to honor the goddess who made the earth bloom. In autumn, the harvest festivals were dedicated to Mokash, a time of gratitude for the abundance she had provided. These celebrations were filled with feasts, dances, and offerings, reflecting the deep appreciation of the Slavs for Mokash's gifts. One of the most touching aspects of Mokash's story is her role as a protector of women and children. She was seen as a guardian of the home, ensuring that women had the strength to bear children and care for their families. In moments of difficulty or danger, women would turn to Mokash, seeking her protection and guidance. Her presence was a comforting force, a reminder that they were not alone in their struggles, that the goddess was watching over them. Mokash's importance extended beyond agriculture and fertility. She was also associated with weaving, a craft deeply intertwined with the daily lives of Slavic women. The art of weaving was not just a practical skill but a sacred act, and Mokash was believed to bless the weavers, ensuring that their creations were strong and beautiful. The woven fabrics, often adorned with intricate patterns and symbols, were seen as a reflection of Mokash's blessings, a testament to her nurturing spirit. In the quiet of the forest, where the sunlight filtered through the trees, there were places dedicated to Mokash, sacred groves and altars where people would leave offerings. These places were not just physical spaces, but spiritual ones, where the goddess's presence was felt most strongly. In these sacred sites, people would come to connect with Mokash, to offer thanks, and to seek her blessings. The simple act of placing a small offering on an altar was a powerful gesture, a way of acknowledging the goddess's role in their lives and their gratitude for her gifts. Mokash's story is also a reflection of the Slavic understanding of the cycles of life. The changing seasons, the growth and decay of crops, and the rhythms of nature were all seen as manifestations of Mokash's influence. Her role in these cycles was a reminder of the interconnectedness of life, the understanding that every ending was a prelude to a new beginning. This cyclical view of life was deeply embedded in Slavic culture, and Mokash's presence was a constant reminder of the beauty and continuity of life. Even as the world changed and new beliefs emerged, Mokash's legacy endured. Her story continued to inspire, a testament to the enduring power of the earth and the divine feminine. In the quiet moments of reflection, in the rhythm of the seasons, Mokash's presence is still felt, a reminder of the nurturing spirit that has guided humanity through the ages. The goddess Mokash, with her deep connection to the earth and the cycles of life, represents a timeless force of fertility and creation. Her story is a beautiful reminder of the power of nature and the sacred bond between humans and the natural world. Through Mokash, we see the enduring importance of fertility, growth, and the nurturing spirit that sustains life, a powerful force that continues to touch hearts and inspire reverence. In the frozen expanses of the Arctic, where the ice stretches endlessly and the northern lights paint the sky, there exists a goddess whose power and mystery are as vast as the ocean itself. Sidna, the goddess of the sea and marine animals, holds a place of profound reverence and fear in the Inuit traditions. Her story is one of strength and sorrow, of survival and connection to the natural world. Sidna is not just a figure of mythology but a living force in the Arctic waters. Her presence is felt in every wave and every ripple, in the hunting of seals and the migration of whales. To the Inuit people, she is the guardian of the sea and its creatures, a deity whose favor is essential for survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The tale of Sidna is as chilling and awe-inspiring as the Arctic wind. According to legend, Sidna was once a beautiful young woman, beloved and cherished. Her story took a tragic turn when she was betrayed and abandoned by those she trusted. In her despair, she was cast into the sea, where she sank into the depths and became part of the ocean. From her place beneath the waves, she transformed into a powerful deity, ruling over the marine world with a force that was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Sidna's role as the goddess of the sea and marine animals is not one of simple benevolence but of a complex relationship with the natural world. The Inuit, who depend on the sea for their livelihood, understand the delicate balance required to maintain harmony with Sidna. She is a reminder that the sea's bounty must be respected and that the animals within it are not merely resources but sacred beings under her protection. In the stillness of the Arctic night, when the sea is calm and the ice is silent, the Inuit would offer prayers to Sidna, seeking her favor and ensuring that their hunting expeditions would be successful. They believed that if they showed proper respect and made offerings, Sedna would bless them with an abundance of seals, whales, and other marine life. These offerings were more than just rituals, they were acts of gratitude and acknowledgement of Sedna's power over the sea. One of the most touching aspects of Sedna's story is her connection to the animals of the ocean. Each creature, from the smallest fish to the largest whale, is seen as a gift from Sedna, deserving of respect and care. The Inuit would often perform rituals to honor these animals, understanding that their lives were intertwined with the goddess's will. In this way, Sedna's story reflects the Inuits' deep respect for nature and their understanding of the interconnectedness of all life. Sedna's influence extends beyond the sea. In times of hardship or when the sea did not provide, the Inuit would seek Sedna's guidance through shamans, who would perform rituals to appease the goddess. The shamans would journey to the spirit world, seeking to understand Sedna's needs and to make amends for any offenses that might have been committed. This spiritual connection underscores the importance of maintaining harmony with Sedna, ensuring that she remained a source of life rather than a force of retribution. Sedna's legend is also a story of transformation and resilience. Her descent into the ocean and her rise to become a powerful deity symbolize the ability to endure and adapt in the face of adversity. Sedna's journey from a victim to a goddess reflects the harsh realities of life in the Arctic and the strength required to overcome them. Her story is a powerful reminder of the resilience needed to thrive in a world where nature's forces are both beautiful and formidable. The respect and fear of Sedna are palpable in Inuit culture, where her presence is felt in every aspect of life. The sea is a powerful and unpredictable force, and Sedna embodies its dual nature, its ability to provide life and its capacity to take it away. This deep reverence for the goddess is evident in the way the Inuit approach their interactions with the sea, always mindful of the need to balance their needs with respect for Sedna's domain. In the quiet moments when the Arctic winds howl and the ice cracks beneath the weight of the world, Sedna's story is a source of both solace and inspiration. Her legend reminds the Inuit of the power of nature and the importance of living in harmony with the world around them. Through her, they find a reflection of their own struggles and triumphs, a reminder of the strength and resilience needed to navigate the challenges of life in the Arctic. Sedna's presence in the Arctic waters is a testament to the enduring connection between the Inuit and the natural world. Her story, filled with power and grace, continues to inspire and guide, a powerful reminder of the sacred bond between humanity and the sea. In every wave and every whisper of the wind, Sedna's influence is felt, a living testament to the deep reverence and respect that defines the Inuit way of life. In the vast landscapes of Australia, where the sun casts long shadows over ancient lands, there exists a deity whose story is as old as the red earth itself. Baiame, the creator god, is a figure deeply embedded in the spiritual heart of many indigenous Australian cultures. His presence is a testament to the profound connection between the people and the land, a bond that has been woven through millennia. Baiame is often referred to as the Skyfather, a figure who shaped the world with his divine hands and breathed life into the land. To the indigenous Australians, Baiame is not just a distant deity but a tangible force whose influence is felt in every rock, tree, and river. His story is one of creation, nurturing, and the deep respect for the land that sustains all life. In the Dreamtime stories that echo through the ages, Baiame is depicted as a majestic figure who descended from the sky to create the world. With a wave of his hand, he formed the mountains and valleys, the rivers and lakes. His presence was marked by the creation of the land's natural features, each one a reflection of his power and wisdom. Baiame's work was not just about shaping the land, but about establishing the very essence of life itself. The connection between Baiame and the land is a profound one. The indigenous Australians see the land as a living, breathing entity, and Baiame's role in its creation underscores this belief. His footsteps are said to have left marks on the earth, and his actions are seen in the natural wonders that define the Australian landscape. In this way, Baiame is a constant reminder of the sacredness of the land and the responsibility to care for it. The stories of Baiame are also stories of deep respect and reverence. In the ancient traditions, ceremonies and rituals were performed to honor Baiame, acknowledging his role in the creation and the ongoing sustenance of life. These rituals were not just acts of worship but expressions of gratitude for the life-giving force that Bayam represented. Through dance, song, and offerings, the people connected with Bayam, seeking his blessings and guidance. One of the most poignant aspects of Bayam's story is his role as a benevolent creator and protector. He is seen not just as a god who created the world, but as a figure who continues to watch over and care for his creation. Bayam's protection extends to all living things, ensuring that the balance of nature is maintained and that the land continues to provide for its people. This sense of guardianship is deeply embedded in the spiritual practices of the indigenous Australians, who understand that their well-being is intertwined with the health of the land. Bayam's influence is also seen in the intricate traditions and customs that have been passed down through generations. The stories of his deeds and the lessons learned from his actions are woven into the fabric of indigenous culture. These traditions are not just historical accounts but living practices that continue to shape the way people interact with the land and with each other. Bayam's legacy is a guiding force, reminding the people of their connection to the earth and to the divine. In the quiet moments of reflection, when the sun sets over the horizon and the stars begin to twinkle in the vast sky, Bayam's presence is felt in the stillness of the land. The ancient stories of his creation and his role as a guardian resonate with a sense of timelessness and continuity. Bayam is a symbol of the enduring bond between the people and the land, a reminder of the sacredness of life and the importance of living in harmony with the natural world. The reverence for Bayam is a testament to the deep spiritual connection that defines indigenous Australian beliefs. His story is not just a myth, but a living, breathing part of the land and the people who inhabit it. Bayam's presence is felt in the everyday lives of the indigenous Australians, and their rituals, their respect for the land, and their understanding of the world around them. Through Bayam, they honor the ancient traditions and the enduring wisdom that has guided them through the ages. In the vastness of the Australian landscape, Bayam's legacy continues to shine brightly. His story, filled with creation and guardianship, reflects the profound connection between humanity and the land. Bayam is a powerful reminder of the sacred bond that exists between the earth and its people, a bond that is cherished and celebrated in the traditions and beliefs of the indigenous Australians. In the heart of the lush New Zealand forests, where the canopy of trees forms a green cathedral, there lives a deity whose presence is as ancient as the trees themselves. Tane Mahuta, the god of the forest, is a figure of reverence and awe among the Maori people, embodying the majesty and mystery of the natural world. His story is one of creation, guardianship, and the deep bond between the people and the forest. Tane Mahuta is often depicted as a towering figure, his form intertwined with the very trees he protects. As the god of the forest, Tane Mahuta is responsible for the life that flourishes within the woods, the birds that sing in the trees, the insects that buzz among the leaves, and the ancient trees themselves that stand as sentinels of time. His presence is a reminder of the sacredness of the forest and the intricate web of life that it supports. The legend of Tane Mahuta is a profound and moving tale of creation and respect. According to Maori tradition, Tane Mahuta played a central role in the creation of the world. He is said to have separated the earth from the sky, a divine act that allowed life to flourish. With a mighty push, he parted his parents, the sky god Ringi and the earth goddess Papa, creating space for the light and life to enter the world. This separation was not just a physical act, but a symbolic one, representing the balance and harmony that Tane Mahuta sought to maintain in the natural world. The forests that Tane Mahuta oversees are not just landscapes, but living entities imbued with his spirit. Each tree, each plant, is seen as a reflection of his divine presence. The towering kauri trees, with their ancient and stoic presence, are particularly revered as embodiments of Tane Mahuta's strength and endurance. The Maori people believe that these trees hold the essence of the god himself, making the forest a sacred place where the divine and the earthly meet. In the quiet of the forest, where the only sounds are the rustling of leaves and the distant call of birds, Tane Mahuta's presence is felt deeply. The Maori people would offer prayers and make offerings to honor the god of the forest, seeking his blessings for a bountiful harvest and protection from harm. These offerings were not just rituals but acts of deep respect and gratitude for the life-giving force that Tane Mahuta represented. The connection between Tain Mahuta and the Maori people is profound and intimate. The forests are not just a source of resources, but a living, breathing part of their spiritual world. The god of the forest is seen as a guardian and protector, ensuring that the balance of nature is maintained and that the people live in harmony with the land. This relationship is reflected in the Maori customs and practices, which emphasize the importance of respecting and caring for the environment. One of the most touching aspects of Tain Mahuta's story is his role as a guardian of life. The god of the forest is not just a distant deity but a nurturing presence that watches over all living things within the forest. The Maori people understand that their well-being is intertwined with the health of the forest, and they approach their interactions with the land with a deep sense of responsibility and reverence. The forest, under Tain Mahuta's watchful eye, is a place of beauty and mystery. The interplay of light and shadow, the ancient trees that seem to whisper secrets of the past, and the vibrant life that flourishes within it all reflect the god's divine presence. In the stillness of the forest, where time seems to stand still, Tain Mahuta's spirit is felt most strongly. The beauty and tranquility of the forest are a testament to his guardianship and the deep respect that the Maori people hold for him. Tain Mahuta's influence extends beyond the forest itself. The god of the forest is also a symbol of strength and resilience, qualities that are reflected in the way the Maori people live their lives. The lessons learned from Tain Mahuta's story of balance, harmony, and respect for the natural world are integral to Maori culture and traditions. His presence is a reminder of the importance of living in harmony with the environment and of the sacred bond between humanity and the natural world. In the rich tapestry of Maori mythology, Tain Mahuta stands as a towering figure, embodying the beauty and power of the forest. His story is a moving reminder of the divine connection between the people and the land, and of the profound respect that the Maori have for the natural world. Through Tain Mahuta, the spirit of the forest lives on, a symbol of the enduring bond between the divine and the earthly, a bond that continues to inspire and guide. On the shimmering waves of the vast Pacific Ocean, there exists a deity whose power and presence are as immense as the sea itself. Kanaloa, the god of the ocean, commands a reverence that echoes through the islands of Polynesia. His story is woven into the very fabric of the ocean's rhythms, a tale of strength, mystery, and the profound connection between the people and the sea. Kanaloa is not just a distant figure in the Polynesian pantheon but a living force felt deeply by those who rely on the ocean for their livelihoods and sustenance. His realm is the boundless expanse of water that stretches beyond the horizon, a place of both beauty and danger. The ocean is seen as a reflection of Kanaloa's vast and enigmatic nature, a symbol of his power and the mysteries he holds. In the Polynesian traditions, Kanaloa is often associated with the depths of the sea and the creatures that dwell within. Unlike many gods who are celebrated for their benevolence, Kanaloa's domain includes the wild and untamed aspects of the ocean. His presence is felt in the crashing of waves, the pull of tides, and the unpredictable nature of the sea. This immense power is both awe-inspiring and humbling, reminding people of the ocean's dual nature as a giver and a taker. The ocean, under Kanaloa's watch, is a place of life and death, sustenance and peril. The Polynesian people honor Kanaloa with rituals and offerings, seeking his favor for safe voyages and bountiful catches. These offerings are not just gestures of worship but expressions of respect for the immense power that Kanaloa wields. To them, the ocean is a living entity, and Kanaloa's role as its guardian underscores the sacred bond between the people and the sea. Kanaloa's influence is particularly felt in the myths and legends that permeate Polynesian culture. Stories of his interactions with other gods and his role in shaping the world reflect his deep connection to the ocean and its mysteries. One such legend speaks of Kanaloa's power to calm the stormy seas or conjure tempestuous waves, highlighting his control over the ocean's many moods. These stories serve as both cautionary tales and celebrations of Kanaloa's might, a reminder of the delicate balance between human endeavors and the forces of nature. In the everyday lives of the Polynesian people, Kanaloa's presence is seen in their rituals, ceremonies, and cultural practices. The sea is not just a source of food and transportation but a sacred space where Kanaloa's spirit is felt most strongly. The Polynesians show their gratitude and seek his protection through songs, dances, and offerings, acknowledging the vital role that the ocean plays in their lives. These practices are imbued with a deep sense of respect and awe, reflecting the profound impact that Kanaloa has on their culture and traditions. One of the most poignant aspects of Kanaloa's story is his role as a symbol of the ocean's boundless and unpredictable nature. The sea is both a provider and a challenge, a place where the smallest boat can be dwarfed by towering waves. Kanaloa's power is a reminder of this duality, and the Polynesian people approach the ocean with a mixture of reverence and caution. The god of the ocean embodies this respect, serving as a bridge between the known and the unknown, the safe and the perilous. In the quiet moments, when the sun dips below the horizon and the first stars begin to twinkle in the evening sky, Kanaloa's presence is felt in the tranquil beauty of the ocean. The gentle lapping of waves against the shore, the soft breeze that carries the scent of salt and seaweed, all evoke a sense of the divine. Kanaloa's spirit is woven into these moments of stillness, a reminder of the deep connection between the people and the ocean that sustains them. Kanaloa's story is a testament to the powerful and enduring bond between humanity and the natural world. His presence is a reminder of the ocean's majesty and the respect it commands. Through his myths and the reverence shown by the Polynesian people, Kanaloa remains a vital and living force, a symbol of the profound relationship between the gods and the elements of nature that shape our world. In the misty, ancient hills of China, where the whispers of the past blend with the rustling of the wind, there exists a deity whose presence evokes both awe and reverence. Zhuangmu, the Queen Mother of the West, reigns over a realm steeped in mystery and wonder. Her story, though overshadowed by the more prominent gods of Chinese mythology, resonates with a profound sense of grace and power. Zhuangmu is not just a figure of legend, but a symbol of the divine feminine, embodying qualities of wisdom, immortality, and the mystical connection between heaven and earth. She is often depicted as a regal woman adorned with magnificent robes and a crown, her presence exuding an otherworldly beauty that captures the imagination. Her domain is the Western Paradise, a place of eternal bliss and celestial gardens where the peaches of immortality grow, promising eternal life to those who partake in their divine fruit. The tales surrounding Zhuangmu paint a picture of a deity who bridges the gap between the mortal world and the divine. She is associated with the mystical and the eternal, presiding over the sacred realms that only the pure-hearted and the virtuous can enter. Her palace, set amidst the peaks of Kunlun Mountain, is a place of wonder and serenity, a haven where the celestial and earthly converge in harmony. In the ancient stories, Zhuangmu is portrayed as a powerful and benevolent figure who holds the secrets of immortality. The peaches of immortality she guards are not just symbols of eternal life, but also represent the endless possibilities of spiritual growth and enlightenment. The legend of Zhuangmu and her peaches speaks to the human desire for transcendence and the search for meaning beyond the material world. The Queen Mother of the West is also a figure of nurturing and protection. Her role as a guardian of sacred knowledge and eternal life is intertwined with her role as a motherly figure who watches over the well-being of those who seek her favor. Her wisdom is seen as a guiding light, illuminating the path for those who strive to achieve spiritual enlightenment and harmony. The reverence for Zhuangmu is not confined to grand temples or elaborate rituals, but is also reflected in the everyday lives of those who honor her. In ancient China, offerings were made to Zhuangmu to seek her blessings for health, prosperity, and longevity. Her influence extended into various aspects of life, from the rites of passage to the simple acts of daily devotion. Despite her significance, Zhuangmu's presence has often been overshadowed by other deities in Chinese mythology. Yet, her story endures as a testament to the rich tapestry of Chinese spiritual traditions. Her role as the Queen Mother of the West represents a deep connection to the mystical and the divine, a connection that resonates with those who seek a greater understanding of their place in the cosmos. In the serene moments of reflection, when the world is quiet and the stars shine brightly in the night sky, Zhuangmu's presence can be felt. Her story is a reminder of the eternal and the divine, a symbol of the enduring quest for spiritual wisdom and the eternal quest for meaning. The gentle rustle of the leaves, the soft glow of moonlight, and the whisper of the wind all evoke the timeless beauty of Zhuangmu's realm. Through the ages, Zhuangmu remains a powerful and inspiring figure, embodying the essence of the divine feminine and the eternal quest for enlightenment. Her story, though often overshadowed by other gods, continues to touch the hearts and minds of those who seek to understand the profound mysteries of existence. The Queen Mother of the West stands as a beacon of wisdom and grace, a testament to the enduring power of the divine and the eternal search for meaning in the human experience. In the quiet corners of Japanese Shintoism, there are gods whose whispers drift through the ancient forests and reverberate in the tranquil spaces of sacred shrines. Among these deities, Inari shines with a unique and enigmatic light, not only revered as a god of fertility and agriculture but also intertwined with the mystic presence of fox spirits known as kitsune. Inari's essence is a blend of the ordinary and the extraordinary. As a deity associated with rice, agriculture, and prosperity, Inari's influence reaches into the heart of Japanese life, symbolizing growth and abundance. Yet, what sets Inari apart in the pantheon of Shinto deities is the complex relationship with the kitsune, fox spirits that serve as messengers and protectors. These foxes, believed to be endowed with magical abilities and intelligence, create a bridge between the divine and the earthly, their presence adding layers of mystery and depth to Inari's worship. The fox spirits, or kitsune, are deeply woven into Inari's mythos. Often depicted as elegant, fox-like creatures with the ability to transform into beautiful women, the kitsune are both revered and feared. They are believed to possess the power to grant wishes, bring good fortune, and even foretell the future. Their connection to Inari is profound, as these spirits are seen as his loyal servants, tasked with delivering messages and performing miracles. In the quiet of a shrine, where the flickering light of lanterns casts shadows upon the vermilion torii gates, the presence of kitsune is felt as an ethereal whisper, a gentle reminder of the divine connection that binds them to Inari. Inari shrines, often nestled in serene locations like the forests of Fushimi Inari Taisha in Kyoto, are adorned with thousands of red torii gates that lead to sacred spaces imbued with a sense of wonder and reverence. These gates, with their bright, bold colors, stand as a testament to Inari's power and the respect given to the fox spirits that accompany him. Visitors to these shrines may notice the statues of foxes, sometimes holding keys or scrolls, symbols of their role as messengers and guardians. Each fox statue is not just a representation but a living embodiment of the divine presence, connecting the worshipper to the sacred realm of Inari. The stories of the kitsune and Inari are rich with emotion and depth. In some legends, a fox spirit transforms into a beautiful woman to marry a human man, only to reveal her true form when she is forced to return to the divine realm. These tales speak of love, transformation, and the delicate balance between the mortal and the divine. They evoke a sense of melancholy and awe, capturing the essence of the kitsune's dual nature as both magical and mortal, fleeting yet eternal. Inari's relationship with the kitsune also highlights the interplay between the sacred and the mundane. While Inari is a powerful deity overseeing prosperity and protection, the kitsune bring a sense of enchantment and mystery. They are seen as both protectors and tricksters, capable of great kindness or mischief. This duality mirrors the complexities of human experience, where the divine presence is intertwined with the everyday struggles and triumphs. The veneration of Inari and the kitsune reflects a deep connection to nature and the supernatural. The rituals and offerings made at Inari's shrines are not merely acts of worship but are expressions of gratitude and respect for the blessings received. The food offerings, the prayers for good harvests, and the respectful bowing before the fox statues are all part of a larger tapestry of belief that recognizes the delicate balance between human efforts and divine intervention. In the quiet moments of reflection, standing before a shrine draped in the shadows of the torii gates, the presence of Inari and the kitsune can be profoundly felt. The rustling of leaves, the soft rustle of the fox spirits moving unseen, and the serene beauty of the sacred space all contribute to an experience that is both grounding and transcendent. The stories of Inari and the kitsune remind us of the unseen forces that shape our lives, the magic and mystery that exist just beyond the veil of the ordinary. Through the legends and the rituals, the obscure gods of Shintoism, particularly Inari and the kitsune, continue to touch the hearts of those who seek to understand the divine. Their presence is a reminder of the profound connection between the spiritual and the material, a connection that enriches our understanding of both the sacred and the everyday. In the heart of Korea's ancient legends, there lies a story of divine origin that weaves together the threads of history, myth, and the birth of a nation. Dangun, the founder god of Korea, stands at the center of this rich tapestry, embodying both the mystical and the profoundly historical aspects of Korean spirituality. Dangun's tale begins with a celestial narrative that stretches across the ages, a story of gods and mountains that speaks to the soul of a people. According to the legend, Dangun was born to Hwanong, a heavenly prince, and a bear woman who had transformed into a human. The union of the divine and the earthly, symbolized by the bear woman's metamorphosis, is a powerful image of the harmony between heaven and earth. It tells of the meeting of the divine and mortal realms, where dreams and reality intertwine. In the misty dawn of Korea's earliest days, Dangun emerged as a beacon of hope and leadership. His story begins with his father, Hwanong, descending from the heavenly realms to the human world. Hwanong brought with him the teachings of civilization, laws, agriculture, and medicine. His arrival marked a new beginning for the people he encountered, symbolizing a connection between the divine and the everyday. Hwanong's union with the bear woman produced Dangun, who would go on to become the first king and founder of Gojoseon, the ancient Korean kingdom. Dangun's birth is not merely a tale of origin but a narrative rich with spiritual significance. It symbolizes the divine approval and blessing of a new beginning for the Korean people. Dangun's story is a reminder of the deep connections between ancestry, spirituality, and the land. As he grew into his role as a leader, Dangun established Gojoseon, laying the foundations of Korean culture and governance. His reign was marked by wisdom and benevolence, guiding his people with the principles he inherited from his divine heritage. The story of Dangun is set against the backdrop of the sacred Taebiksan mountain, where he is said to have established his kingdom. The mountain, revered in Korean spirituality, becomes a symbol of the divine presence and the birthplace of the Korean nation. This sacred connection to the land speaks to the deep respect Koreans have for their natural surroundings and their belief in the spiritual significance of their homeland. Dangun's legacy extends beyond the historical and into the spiritual realm. He is honored and remembered in Korean culture as a symbol of unity, strength, and the divine connection between heaven and earth. His story is celebrated in festivals and rituals, where people gather to pay homage to the founder god who shaped their history and identity. The reverence for Dangun is not confined to grand ceremonies but is deeply ingrained in the everyday lives of many Koreans. His influence can be seen in cultural practices, historical commemorations, and the continued respect for the natural world that he helped to sanctify. Dangun's story resonates with the values of harmony, respect, and the deep connection between the divine and the mortal, embodying the essence of Korean spirituality. In the quiet moments of reflection, when the wind whispers through the mountains and the echoes of ancient legends linger in the air, Dangun's presence can be felt. His story, with its divine origins and historical significance, serves as a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of spirituality and history. It speaks to the enduring legacy of a figure who bridged the gap between the celestial and the earthly, shaping the identity and culture of a people. Dangun's tale is more than a historical account, it is a living testament to the divine heritage of Korea. His legacy, woven into the fabric of Korean culture and spirituality, continues to inspire and guide those who seek to understand the deep connections between the divine and the earthly. The founder god of Korea stands as a symbol of hope, unity, and the enduring bond between the spiritual and the material, a reminder of the divine presence that shapes and sustains the world. In the vibrant tapestry of Aztec mythology, where gods preside over a world full of life and death, one deity often fades into the shadows, yet holds a profound significance. Xipe-Totec, the god of renewal, is a figure wrapped in both reverence and mystery. His story is a testament to the power of transformation and the cyclical nature of existence. Xipe-Totec's presence is felt in the very essence of renewal and regeneration. Known as Our Lord the Flayed One, his imagery and rituals evoke both awe and apprehension. The god is often depicted wearing the flayed human skin, symbolizing the shedding of the old to give rise to the new. This stark and powerful imagery represents more than a mere cycle of death and rebirth. It embodies the deep and sacred process of transformation that permeates all life. The ritual of wearing flayed skins is central to understanding Zyk-Totec. In ancient Aztec ceremonies, priests would don the skins of sacrificial victims, believing that this act would invoke the gods' transformative powers. This ritual was not a mere act of brutality but a deeply spiritual practice, representing the gods' role in bringing about the necessary changes for life to flourish. The flayed skin was seen as a vessel of renewal, connecting the divine with the earthly and allowing the cycles of nature to continue unimpeded. Zyk-Totec's association with renewal extends to the very fabric of Aztec life. His influence is felt in the changing of seasons, the planting of crops, and the cycles of human existence. In agriculture, for instance, his role is crucial. He is believed to oversee the growth of maize, a vital crop for the Aztec people. The god's symbolism of new growth from decayed matter underscores the importance of his presence in ensuring prosperity and abundance. The cycle of planting, growing, and harvesting is intertwined with the divine process of transformation that Zyk-Totec embodies. The rituals and offerings made to Zyk-Totec were designed to honor his role in the cycle of life. These ceremonies, though often misunderstood in modern times, were imbued with a deep sense of respect and reverence. Offerings of food, flowers, and even sacrifices were made to ensure that the god's favor was maintained and that the cycles of nature would continue in harmony. Through these acts, the Aztecs expressed their gratitude for the renewal and sustenance that Zyk-Totec provided. To understand Zyk-Totec is to grasp the profound nature of transformation and renewal in the Aztec worldview. His story is not just about the end of one cycle but the promise of new beginnings. The shedding of the old skin is symbolic of the constant changes that life undergoes, reminding us that in every ending, there is a new start. This cycle of renewal is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all life and the divine forces that sustain it. In the quiet moments of reflection on the ancient ceremonies and the deep symbolism of Zyk-Totec, one can feel a profound connection to the mysteries of life and death. The rituals, though distant from our modern understanding, speak to the universal truths of change and rebirth that resonate across cultures and times. Zyk-Totec stands as a symbol of the divine process that governs the cycles of existence, reminding us of the sacred nature of transformation and the eternal flow of life. In the heart of the vast Inca Empire, amidst the grand temples and intricate ceremonies, there existed a deity whose importance resonates deeply through the ages. Pachamama, the earth goddess, is a figure often overshadowed by more prominent gods, yet her presence is woven into the very fabric of life and culture. Pachamama, or Mother Earth, embodies the nurturing spirit of the land. Her essence is the embodiment of fertility, growth, and sustenance. Unlike the grand and imposing deities of the Inca Pantheon, Pachamama represents the quiet, enduring force that sustains all life. Her role is not merely that of a passive provider, but as an active participant in the cycle of nature, embodying both the nurturing and the challenging aspects of existence. The connection between Pachamama and the people of the Inca Empire was deeply personal and profound. Every crop planted, every harvest gathered, and every step taken on the land was an act of reverence towards her. The Incas believed that the health of their land and their well-being were directly linked to the favor of Pachamama. Rituals and offerings were made to honor her and to ensure that the earth remained fertile and abundant. The reverence for Pachamama was expressed through elaborate ceremonies that celebrated the cycles of the earth. Festivals marked the changing of the seasons, and offerings of food, drink, and even ceremonial objects were presented to her. These rituals were not just about asking for blessings, but were an acknowledgement of the deep and reciprocal relationship between the people and the land. By honoring Pachamama, the Incas expressed their gratitude and maintained the balance necessary for life to thrive. Pachamama's role extended beyond agriculture and into the very essence of daily life. She was considered a guardian of the earth's resources, overseeing the mountains, valleys, and rivers that were essential to the Inca people. Her presence was felt in every corner of the empire, from the towering peaks of the Andes to the fertile valleys below. The respect for Pachamama was ingrained in every aspect of life, a constant reminder of the interconnectedness of nature and human existence. The stories of Pachamama are filled with the wisdom of the earth. Legends tell of her nurturing the land, providing for her children, and also teaching them the importance of respect and balance. She was seen as a living entity whose mood and well-being were closely tied to the state of the natural world. If the earth showed signs of distress, it was believed that Pachamama needed to be appeased to restore harmony and health. In the face of natural disasters, such as earthquakes or droughts, the Incas would turn to Pachamama for understanding and relief. These events were seen as signs of imbalance, and rituals were performed to restore harmony. The connection between Pachamama and the earth was viewed as a dynamic and interactive relationship where the health of one directly affected the other. Pachamama's influence continues to be felt long after the fall of the Inca Empire. Her legacy is a powerful reminder of the enduring connection between humans and the natural world. In contemporary times, her image and teachings inspire movements that seek to honor and protect the environment. The reverence for Pachamama reflects a universal truth about the sacredness of the earth and the need for balance and respect in our interactions with nature. The story of Pachamama is not just a tale of an ancient goddess, but a living testament to the timeless relationship between humanity and the earth. Her role as the earth goddess transcends history, offering a poignant reminder of the deep bond that connects all life. Pachamama's presence in the Inca Empire was a symbol of the sacredness of nature, a reflection of the divine force that nurtures and sustains all life. In the heart of Native American traditions, amidst the sacred tales and spiritual teachings, there exists a figure whose stories are as intriguing as they are profound. Coyote, the trickster god, stands as a complex and multifaceted deity whose presence is felt in the rich tapestry of Native American mythology. His stories are not just folklore, they are deeply woven into the fabric of the cultural and spiritual lives of many tribes. Coyote is a trickster, and with that title comes a mix of admiration and caution. He is often portrayed as a clever and mischievous figure, whose antics can range from the hilarious to the profound. Coyote's role is not merely to entertain, but to teach and reveal deeper truths through his cunning and unpredictability. His actions often break the conventional rules of society, leading to chaos that eventually reveals valuable lessons. One of the most striking aspects of Coyote's character is his ability to embody both the divine and the earthly. He is a shapeshifter, able to change form and defy the boundaries of the natural world. This ability allows him to bridge the human and spiritual realms, making him a mediator between the seen and unseen, the mundane and the sacred. Through his shapeshifting, Coyote shows that life is full of transformations and that understanding comes through embracing the unexpected. The stories of Coyote are filled with contradictions. He can be a hero who outsmarts enemies and brings about positive change, yet he can also be a fool whose antics cause trouble and confusion. This duality makes him a deeply relatable figure. His flaws and mistakes mirror those of humans, allowing people to see their own struggles and triumphs reflected in his tales. Through his errors, Coyote teaches that wisdom often comes from experience and that failure is a part of growth. One poignant story highlights Coyote's complex nature. In this tale, Coyote sets out to obtain a great reward but ends up losing everything through his own clever but misguided actions. This story is not just a cautionary tale but a reflection on the nature of ambition, deception, and the consequences of one's actions. It illustrates that even the trickster god is subject to the laws of cause and effect, and that true wisdom comes from understanding and accepting these truths. Despite his trickster nature, Coyote's role is also deeply spiritual. He is a creator in some stories, shaping the world and influencing its development. His actions are often tied to the cycles of nature, reflecting the idea that even chaos and trickery have a place in the grand scheme of the universe. Through Coyote's stories, the Native American traditions reveal a worldview where all aspects of life, even those that seem disruptive, are part of a greater harmony. The legacy of Coyote extends beyond mere storytelling. His character and the lessons he embodies continue to resonate with Native American communities. His stories are shared across generations, not just for their entertainment value but for the deep wisdom they carry. Coyote's ability to both challenge and affirm cultural values makes him a timeless figure whose relevance continues to be felt in the teachings and practices of today. Coyote's role in Native American mythology underscores the richness of the tradition's spiritual and cultural heritage. His stories are a testament to the complexity of the divine and the human experience. Through his cleverness, mistakes, and transformations, Coyote teaches that life's greatest lessons often come through unexpected means. His presence in the myths and teachings of Native American cultures serves as a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all things and the wisdom that can be found in even the most unconventional places. In the heart of African mythology lies a figure both mesmerizing and mysterious, Mami Wata, the water spirit. Her presence is felt across diverse cultures and landscapes, weaving through tales of beauty, danger, and deep spiritual meaning. Her story is a testament to the rich tapestry of African spirituality, where the sacred and the everyday intermingle in profound ways. Mami Wata is not just a deity, she embodies the essence of water itself, fluid, powerful, and enigmatic. Often depicted as a stunningly beautiful woman with long, flowing hair, she is sometimes seen with features that blend both human and aquatic elements, such as a fishtail or shimmering scales. Her appearance is as captivating as it is haunting, capturing the dual nature of water as both a life-giving force and a symbol of peril. In the mythology surrounding Mami Wata, water is more than just a physical element, it is a bridge to the spiritual world. She represents the unknown depths and hidden mysteries of the ocean and rivers, embodying both the allure and the dangers of these powerful bodies. To encounter Mami Wata is to face both the beauty and the treacherous unpredictability of water, which can nourish and sustain, but also engulf and destroy. One of the most poignant aspects of Mami Wata's mythology is her role as a healer and protector. She is often associated with fertility and prosperity, offering blessings to those who honor her. Her followers seek her aid for various needs, from curing ailments to ensuring successful ventures. Her healing powers are deeply revered, reflecting the profound connection between water and life in African cultures. Yet, Mami Wata is also known for her more dangerous and unpredictable side. Stories tell of her luring people into the water, where they are either transformed or lost. This duality reflects the unpredictable nature of water itself, capable of providing life, but also of taking it away. Her stories serve as a reminder of the delicate balance between respect and caution when interacting with nature's powerful forces. In some traditions, Mami Wata is seen as a spirit of wealth and success, often depicted with symbols of luxury such as mirrors and jewelry. Her presence in these stories highlights the connection between spirituality and material prosperity, suggesting that reverence for the divine can lead to tangible rewards. Her allure and the promise of blessings are powerful incentives, drawing people to her with both hope and trepidation. The rituals and offerings made to Mami Wata are deeply rooted in respect and reverence. People might present her with gifts such as fruits, coins, or incense, performed near bodies of water. These acts of devotion are not just about seeking favors, but also about acknowledging the sacredness of the natural world and the forces that govern it. The rituals often involve songs, dances, and prayers, creating a space where the mundane and the divine converge. Mami Wata's impact extends beyond myth and ritual. Her stories are told and retold, passed down through generations as both cautionary tales and expressions of cultural identity. She embodies the rich traditions of African spirituality, where every element of the natural world is imbued with sacred significance. Through her, people connect with their heritage and with the broader spiritual dimensions of existence. In the diverse and vibrant tapestry of African deities, Mami Wata stands out as a powerful symbol of the sacred mysteries of water. Her stories reflect the deep respect and reverence that African cultures have for the natural world, as well as the intricate ways in which spirituality and daily life are intertwined. Her presence serves as a reminder of the awe-inspiring and often unpredictable nature of the forces that shape our lives, both seen and unseen. In the vast tapestry of Hindu mythology, some gods stand in the shadows of the more prominent deities, their stories often overlooked but brimming with significance. One such deity is Ayyappa, a figure whose legend is deeply woven into the fabric of pilgrimage and devotion in the Indian subcontinent. Ayyappa, sometimes known as Ayyappa Swami, embodies the essence of pilgrimage and penance. His story begins with a unique blend of mythological elements. He is the son of Shiva and Mohini, the enchantress avatar of Vishnu. This divine parentage places him at the crossroads of two powerful deities, making his own role as a god of pilgrimage and devotion even more profound. What makes Ayyappa's story particularly touching is his association with the sacred journey to the hill shrine of Sabarimala in Kerala, India. The pilgrimage to this temple is not just a physical journey but a spiritual odyssey that tests and transforms the devotee. Each year, millions of pilgrims embark on this arduous trek, climbing through dense forests and steep hills, driven by a deep sense of faith and devotion. The pilgrimage to Sabarimala is marked by austerity and discipline. Devotees observe strict vows, including fasting, abstinence, and celibacy, for a period before making the journey. The hardships of the trek and the strict observances are seen as a form of penance, purifying the devotee and bringing them closer to Ayyappa. This grueling yet rewarding journey mirrors the struggles and triumphs of the human spirit, reflecting the divine qualities of endurance and faith. Ayyappa's legend is also deeply intertwined with themes of equality and inclusiveness. The Sabarimala pilgrimage is open to people from all walks of life, regardless of caste, creed, or gender. This openness and emphasis on spiritual equality resonate with the core teachings of Ayyappa, who is seen as a unifying figure that transcends social boundaries. His story emphasizes the importance of inner purity and devotion over outward appearances and societal divisions. The deity's role as a guardian and protector further adds to his mystique. According to legend, Ayyappa was born to vanquish the demoness Mahishi, who threatened the world with her evil. As a warrior and protector, Ayyappa's divine mission was to restore balance and order. His victory over Mahishi symbolizes the triumph of good over evil, reinforcing the belief that righteousness will ultimately prevail. Devotees often recount miraculous experiences and profound personal transformations that they attribute to Ayyappa. Stories of divine intervention, healing, and guidance are commonly shared among the faithful, adding to the deep sense of reverence surrounding this deity. These personal stories of faith and miracles serve as a testament to the enduring power of Ayyappa's presence in their lives. The ritual practices associated with Ayyappa worship are deeply steeped in tradition. The pilgrimage itself is a ritualistic journey that embodies devotion, sacrifice, and communal spirit. The temple rituals and the symbolic offerings made to Ayyappa are expressions of deep-seated faith, each act of devotion contributing to the sacred bond between the devotee and the deity. Ayyappa's significance extends beyond the confines of the temple. His story and the pilgrimage to Sabarimala have become a source of cultural pride and spiritual fulfillment for many. The annual pilgrimage is not just a religious event but a celebration of faith, perseverance, and community. It brings together people from diverse backgrounds, united in their devotion to Ayyappa and their shared journey towards spiritual enlightenment. In the grand mosaic of Hindu deities, Ayyappa's role as the god of pilgrimage stands out for its profound connection to personal and spiritual growth. His story is a moving testament to the power of faith and the transformative journey that devotion can bring. Through the trials of the pilgrimage and the purity of heart required to undertake it, Ayyappa's divine presence continues to inspire and uplift, reminding us of the deep and often unspoken connection between the sacred and the everyday. In the rich tapestry of ancient Mesopotamian mythology, some gods have slipped through the cracks of history, their stories overshadowed by more famous deities. Yet among these, Ishtar emerges as a figure of striking depth and hidden complexity. While often celebrated for her roles as the goddess of love and war, there are lesser-known aspects of Ishtar's character that resonate with raw, unspoken emotions and ancient fears. Ishtar, also known as Inanna in Sumerian myths, stands as one of the most multifaceted deities of Mesopotamia. Her main attributes, love and war, paint her as a powerful and complex goddess, but her lesser-known aspects reveal a figure who embodies profound struggles and deep-seated fears. One of the hidden facets of Ishtar's nature is her connection to the underworld. This aspect is less celebrated than her more glamorous roles, but reveals a side of her that is deeply intertwined with themes of loss, transformation, and renewal. The story of Ishtar's descent into the underworld is both haunting and illuminating. Driven by a desire to expand her power, Ishtar ventures into the realm of the dead, a place ruled by her sister Ereshkigal. This journey is fraught with peril and represents a dramatic plunge into the unknown, illustrating the goddess's courage and her willingness to face the darkest corners of existence. Ishtar's descent into the underworld is a powerful allegory of transformation and sacrifice. As she navigates the shadowy realm, she encounters trials that strip her of her divine attributes. This process of losing her powers symbolizes the painful yet necessary journey through suffering and vulnerability. It's a story that echoes with the universal human experience of facing and overcoming deep fears. The goddess's eventual return from the underworld, reborn and renewed, mirrors the cycles of life and death that are central to the human experience. Her return from the underworld also highlights her role as a symbol of fertility and regeneration. The ancient Mesopotamians believed that the earth itself went through cycles of growth and decay, and Ishtar's journey reflected this cyclical nature. Her return brings about the renewal of life and the fertility of the land, illustrating the powerful connection between the divine and the natural world. This aspect of Ishtar underscores the idea that even in the depths of despair, there is hope for renewal and growth. The trials and tribulations faced by Ishtar in the underworld also emphasize her resilience and determination. Her ability to confront and overcome such formidable challenges speaks to a broader theme of endurance and strength in the face of adversity. This side of Ishtar is less often highlighted in modern interpretations, but is crucial in understanding her full range of divine influence. In the context of ancient Mesopotamian society, Ishtar's hidden aspects also reflect the complex interplay between power and vulnerability. While she is a deity of immense strength and influence, her journey into the underworld reveals her own susceptibility to fear and suffering. This duality makes her a more relatable and human-like deity, whose experiences mirror the struggles faced by mortals. Ishtar's hidden aspects also highlight the intricate ways in which the ancient Mesopotamians understood and personified the forces of nature and the human condition. Her story is not just a myth, but a reflection of the deep-seated beliefs and values of a civilization that grappled with the mysteries of life, death, and rebirth. Through her trials and triumphs, Ishtar offers a window into the spiritual and emotional landscape of ancient Mesopotamia, capturing the essence of their collective fears, hopes, and dreams. In this exploration of Ishtar's lesser-known aspects, we come to appreciate the depth and complexity of a goddess whose influence extended far beyond her more celebrated roles. Her story is a testament to the enduring power of myth to convey profound truths about the human experience. Through her trials in the underworld and her subsequent renewal, Ishtar embodies the resilience of the human spirit and the eternal hope for regeneration and renewal. In the quiet corners of dusty libraries and forgotten archives, a resurgence of ancient voices is taking place. These are the voices of gods once overshadowed by time, their stories buried beneath layers of history. Today, scholars are unearthing these forgotten deities, breathing new life into their ancient tales. This rediscovery is not just an academic exercise, but a powerful reconnection with the past that stirs deep emotions and reshapes our understanding of cultural heritage. Modern scholars are approaching these ancient gods with fresh eyes, using a blend of advanced technology and innovative methods. Digital tools like 3D modeling and artificial intelligence are revealing lost texts and deciphering faded inscriptions, making it possible to piece together fragments of mythology that were previously lost. This technological leap is akin to finding missing puzzle pieces that fit together to reveal a grand, intricate picture. But it's not just technology that is making a difference. There's a renewed sensitivity in how scholars approach these deities, acknowledging the importance of their roles in ancient cultures and the need to represent them with respect and accuracy. This includes reevaluating historical interpretations that may have been biased or incomplete, and giving voice to aspects of these gods that were overlooked or misunderstood in the past. The impact of this rediscovery is profound. As these ancient gods come back into the light, they begin to weave themselves into the fabric of modern cultural consciousness. Their stories offer a window into the fears, hopes, and values of ancient peoples, and in doing so, they provide us with a richer, more nuanced understanding of human history. It's like reawakening a part of ourselves that was long forgotten, a part that speaks to the universal themes of existence that transcend time and place. Take, for example, the reevaluation of Ishtar from Mesopotamian mythology. Once seen primarily as a goddess of love and war, her lesser-known aspects are now being explored with a new depth. Scholars are highlighting her journey to the underworld and her role in cycles of renewal, revealing a deity whose story mirrors the human struggle and triumph over adversity. This fresh perspective not only enriches our understanding of Mesopotamian culture but also resonates with contemporary audiences who find solace and inspiration in these ancient narratives. Similarly, the rediscovery of deities like Xipe from the Aztec Pantheon, previously overshadowed by more prominent gods, brings a new appreciation for the richness of Aztec spirituality. Xipe, the god of renewal, embodies themes of transformation and rebirth that are deeply meaningful today. His story, now brought back into public awareness, offers powerful insights into the ways ancient peoples understood change and growth, themes that are ever relevant in modern life. As these forgotten gods are brought back into the cultural conversation, their stories are finding new audiences. Modern reinterpretations and adaptations in literature, art, and media are helping to keep these ancient deities alive in the collective imagination. For example, the goddess Bridget from Celtic mythology, once a minor figure, is now being celebrated in contemporary spirituality and popular culture, highlighting her diverse aspects and reconnecting people with their ancient roots. This renewed interest in ancient deities is also leading to a deeper cultural appreciation and respect for the traditions they represent. It fosters a greater awareness of the diverse ways in which human societies have sought to understand their world and their place within it. By revisiting these ancient myths and recognizing their significance, we not only honor the past, but also enrich our present, creating a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern experience. The emotional impact of this rediscovery is profound. It's as if we're reaching back through the ages to touch the lives of those who came before us. Their fears, dreams, and aspirations become part of our own, connecting us to a shared human experience that transcends time. These ancient gods, once lost and forgotten, are now being celebrated and reinterpreted, bringing with them a renewed sense of wonder and connection. In this ongoing exploration, we are reminded of the power of stories to shape our understanding of the world and ourselves. The gods of old, once hidden in the shadows of history, are emerging once more to inspire and guide us. Their revival is a testament to the enduring power of myth and the unbreakable link between past and present. Imagine walking through an ancient forest, where every tree holds a whisper of forgotten tales and every shadow conceals a memory from the past. This is what the world of forgotten deities feels like, a landscape rich with echoes of gods who once shaped the lives of those who worshipped them. These gods, though long overshadowed by more prominent figures, carry within them the heartbeat of ancient cultures, their stories a vital thread in the tapestry of human history. Each of these deities represents more than just myth or legend. They are symbols of how our ancestors understood and interacted with the world around them. From the mysterious goddesses of the Sumerian Pantheon to the hidden spirits of the Inuit, these forgotten gods reveal the diverse and intricate ways in which people have sought to make sense of their existence. They were central to rituals, beliefs, and daily life, embodying values, fears, and hopes that span generations. Consider the goddess Bridget of Celtic tradition, who was once relegated to the background of mythological studies. Her many facets, goddess of poetry, healing, and the forge, reflect the complex relationship between humanity and the natural world. Her story is not just a relic of the past, but a reflection of how ancient peoples saw the interconnectedness of their lives with nature and the divine. Rediscovering her allows us to see through the eyes of a people who revered the sacredness in every aspect of their world. Then there is Xipe from the Aztec Pantheon, a deity of renewal whose story was buried under centuries of colonial suppression. Xipe symbolism of rebirth and transformation speaks to universal human experiences. By bringing his tale back to light, we reconnect with a powerful metaphor for the cycles of life and the ways in which ancient cultures approach change and renewal. These gods also offer profound insights into the social and cultural structures of ancient societies. They show us how people related to their environment, each other, and the mysteries of life and death. The deities of the Inuit, for instance, reveal a deep respect for nature and the ocean, vital to their survival. Sedna, the goddess of the sea, embodies the delicate balance between human needs and the forces of nature, a balance that was crucial to the Inuit way of life. In uncovering these lesser-known deities, we also gain a greater appreciation for the complexity and diversity of human belief systems. It's a reminder that the ancient world was not monolithic but a mosaic of different cultures, each with its own unique understanding of the divine. The forgotten gods are not merely historical footnotes, they are a testament to the richness of human imagination and the ways in which ancient peoples grappled with the big questions of existence. Revisiting these deities also has a profound emotional impact. It's like connecting with a distant relative whose stories and experiences resonate deeply with our own. These ancient gods, once lost, now speak to us with a voice that transcends time. Their myths and symbols evoke a sense of continuity and connection, reminding us that our quest for meaning and understanding is part of a larger, enduring human journey. This rediscovery is also a celebration of cultural heritage and identity. By acknowledging and honoring these forgotten gods, we validate the histories and traditions of the peoples who revered them. It's an act of respect for their contributions to human culture and an affirmation of their place in the grand narrative of human history. As we reflect on the legacy of these deities, we are reminded of the power of stories to shape our understanding of the world. The gods of old are not just relics of a bygone era, but living symbols that continue to inspire and guide us. Their return to our collective consciousness is a reminder of the enduring relevance of mythology and the ways in which it helps us navigate our own lives. The legacy of forgotten deities is a powerful testament to the depth and richness of human culture. They remind us of the universality of our quest for meaning and the shared experiences that connect us across time and space. As we continue to explore and reinterpret these ancient gods, we keep alive the stories that shaped the lives of our ancestors and find new ways to connect with the timeless human spirit.